Good morning, students of class 9. You are welcome back to the e-classes now. Today's date is 12th of July 2021. Now we are doing this chapter, Poverty as a Challenge. Before doing this food security, we'll have to do Poverty as a Challenge. Now here, first, before starting the chapter, we'll talk about the introduction of this chapter. So what this chapter is all about. Now here there are altogether 5 points. Now we'll go one by one. This chapter deals with one of the most difficult challenges faced by India. So in India there are a number of challenges, but among them one of the most and very difficult challenges in India or faced by the Indian government is poverty. It is a multi-dimensional problem. So multi-dimensional, multi means many, dimension means faced. So poverty is a multi-dimensional problem. So it has to be solved, and it's not very easy. The government has to face this problem, and it is a kind of challenge, a very difficult challenge. Number 2, in our daily life, we come across many people that we see and who we think are poor. By looking at the person's appearance, their activities, we know that he is poor, or sometimes we think they are poor. So in our daily life, we come across so many people who are poor. They may be landless laborers, they may be landless who doesn't have any land to grow crops, they may be landless laborers, people living in the slums or in juggies in the cities, beggars, daily wage workers, child workers in the dhabas. They are all poor and they live in poverty. So these are a number of people we can see around. Number 3, we can see poverty all around. So all the people are not wealthy, and all the people are also not poor. So but we can see among among 4 Indians, so 1 or 2 person is always poor. So we can see poverty all around. In fact, every 4th person in India, you can see there, every 4th person in India is poor. So that means the number of poor people is very high. This means roughly 260 million, that is 26%. So almost, or you can say roughly 260 million people in India live in poverty. So they are very poor. They find it very difficult to find the job as well as maintain their life. So number 4, India has the highest single concentration of the poor in the world. That means 260 million is a very big number, and this big number, these people are living in poverty. So India has the largest single concentration of the poor in the world. So you can see why it is so, because the population of India is so big, 1.3 billion people. So that means 260 million people live in poverty. So you can look at number 5. This illustrate means shows. This illustrates the seriousness of the challenge. The challenge is very serious. It's not a small challenge. It's a very big challenge, and it is very difficult to overcome this challenge. So we can see the seriousness of the challenge the Indian government faces to solve the problem of poverty. It's a very big challenge. You can see 260 plus million people live in India in poverty. So the government has to work very hard, provide facilities, provide jobs, and provide cheap credits to them so that they can maintain their life. So in our next class, we'll talk about various dimensions of poverty. We'll talk about various phases of poverty. So dimensions we'll talk about in our next class. So that's all for today. Thank you very much. We have done introduction only today. So in our next class, we'll talk about various dimensions of poverty. So that's all for today. Thank you very much for your watching. So now keep on watching every day. Don't miss your classes. So thank you very much for your watching. Get ready for your history classes.